Hi, I'm Mike Zyda, and today's talk is going to be about a trip I took to China, mostly Xi'an, in September 2016, when I was the keynote speaker for the Xi'an International Film Festival in that part of China. So I'm going to bring up some slides and share them. Have to remember to share sound, optimize for video sharing, and away we go. And I've got to do the play option also. All right, here's my slides. And the first thing you see on the slide is Jackie Chan, and he is waiting for you in Xi'an. And he was the host of this large event in Xi'an, China in September of 2016. And I was a keynote speaker for the virtual reality part. So you can see I took pictures of the map where I'm flying over Russia and down China to Guangzhou. And then I'm going to fly from Guangzhou to Xi'an. Xi'an is not on this map, but it's about a 2 hour flight. And so let's start out. I have each day sort of set on here. 19 September 2016, I arrive in Guangzhou. Here, I took pictures of what does the plane look like from that I just got off of. And I went into a place at the airport and had this delicious noodle soup. And then next day, I am in Xi'an. I'm at the Xi'an airport, which has got this crazy thing for kids to play in. And there's me with one of these guys here, which you all know from films. And I'm in my hotel, which is the Grand Melia, which is in Xi'an, which is the hotel that is being used for this film festival. And here I'm the keynote speaker for the Silk Road International Film Festival. And this is what it looks like. It's looking into the future, the development of entertaining and cinematic VR. So there's a big focus on that. There's also a focus on International Film Festival Forum. So there's two parts to this festival, and I'm there to give a talk in the VR part. And that first day that I'm awake in Xi'an, I have to go to the Shanxi History Museum, which is this picture here. And the Shanxi History Museum is this great museum of some artifacts, but it also has the virtual reality demos are being shown on this date there. So if you go in, look into this museum, you can see a couple of things here. I took this picture because I have one of these, and this is from the Song Yuan dynasty, which is right after the Tang dynasty in China. The Tang dynasty is, I think, 600 through 900 Common Era or AD. So in this museum, you can see lots of Buddhas, lots of gods from related to Buddha. You'll see the no photos sign, and this is more of that picture of that same device. This is a device you hold in your hand, and you try and catch the lines of force and redirect them out the back, wherever that may be. This is my friend Sue Jun. She's on the phone having to talk to someone about work. She's taken some of the time off so that she can shepherd me around a little bit for this week-long conference. Again, it's got some very cool sculptures in this museum. And we get to the VR part. So she's going to try out all the virtual reality experiences. She's never done virtual reality before. And so it's kind of interesting to watch what she's wearing and what she's doing. She's in an HTC Vive helmet back in 2016. And you can see, there's signs and all kinds of demos that you can go see in this space.
太靠前了，我走往外面再走。这个是冰箱吗？对，然后是 hold 这个下面那个按钮，碰一下冰箱门，它就能开开。用这个吗？对，你可能调整一下角度，因为你就是在冰箱面前站得太近了。对 ，OK， 小心点 ，OK。
All right, there are additional demos that you can check out, and we tried them all. And this one actually has a force feedback chair that you can check out while you're in the virtual reality experience. And it could dump you on the ground if you wanted. That's cool. All right. And there are all kinds of different demos. And I took enough pictures, and that's enough in that section. Let's go to the film festival. There's a section of speakers for the Silk Road Film Festival. And this is someone I actually know. This is Mark Jackson. And he's also giving a talk on some of the startups that he is funding from Seahorn Capital Group, which is his capital group in terms of virtual reality and game space. He's funded quite a bit. He's a very charming man. I end up going out to dinner with this group from the conference, and you can see Da Ming on the left-hand side here. He seems to show up every time I'm in China, and he is there for this wonderful. I think this looks like lunch. Oh, we have dumplings with eyes, which is a really big deal, and there's some interesting dumpling soup as well. And boy, what else do we have? Looks like we have some ribs, some corn, some roots, and something very spicy there with the dumplings and some noodles. The food, everywhere I've been in China, the food has been awesome. So I always take pictures of it. And it's always at a round table, of course. This is a shot outside the window of my hotel. There's a beautiful river going by. And here's my friend Sue Jin, and she's going to be there to watch my talk. So you'll see they've got my bio, and they found this picture on the internet. This picture on the internet is probably from, I'm trying to think, this has to be 1986, 87 picture of me that somehow they found online and used to show off my bio. And here is the audience at the Silk Road Film Festival that is listening to my presentation on virtual reality. And this is, again, me giving talks, giving my own bio, personal bio. And it's a very beautiful space, and it's very fun. Okay. All right. Lots of pictures of me. And I talk about sort of the future of VR and all of the different pieces and parts you need to have, including speech recognition, as you can see. And then there are additional speakers looking into the future, the development of entertaining and cinematic VR, which is the theme of this conference. And other speakers, and I don't know the names of these speakers. They all spoke in Chinese, so it wasn't helpful for me to, at that point. Again, bio. We had everyone who gives a talk at this conference ends up as a member of this panel, and gets to sit up in front and talk about what they think about the future of virtual reality is as well for entertainment. So this is a good group of folks. Again, me. And here's and there's always, when it's over, they always want a line of us together so that we can memorialize our attendance at this event. So my hotel is the Grand Melia in Xi'an. And this is the entrance. It's a beautiful, very extravagant hotel. It's kind of far away from things. So it's, it's in Xi'an, but it's not super close to a lot of restaurants that you can walk to. You end up having to eat most everything in this hotel. This is what the space looks like. It's very big. It looks it looks like office buildings, frankly. So it's maybe not the best design, but it's a very nice hotel inside. And I like the horses with the lamp shades and the no burning. I don't know who wants to burn, but here's me going upstairs. And I always try and take a picture of the swimming pool that is there. This is a 25-meter pool. And my intention is to go swimming in this pool on like the very first day I'm in the hotel. And one of the things that happens is I slip. The level changes and it's the lighting is not very well. So I slipped and I hit my head and I had to go get stitches. So here I am. I had to go to the Shanxi Provincial People's Hospital, and there's my head. Okay, I hope this doesn't gross you out. This is the hospital on the left. My head is on the right. And I had to get something like 5 or 6 stitches. And this is pictures of inside the hospital. One thing you should know is I'm in another country. Nobody has asked me for insurance cards. Before they will serve you, you have to pay. And it cost $50. And the person who paid was the head concierge for the hotel, took me to the hospital and paid. Disposal room is where they go and do the stitches. And this is really interesting to see. There is like a big industrial metal sink that's low down that you sit next to. And in where there's normally a drain, that would go to a pipe, that drain goes to a bucket underneath, and they want me to tip my head over so they can give me the stitches on the top of my head while I look down that hole into the bucket to see the guts of the previous people who had their stitches or whatever taken care of in that room. It wasn't clean between people, and I had to get in a line and just drip all over. And this is what my head ended up looking like with stitches, and I thought you might want to see that. It's kind of gross. And they gave me this little fun hat to wear for a while. And they also did a CT scan of me for $50. And that was it. And then I left the hospital and they told me to come back in a couple days to get the stitches removed. So just to let you know, this is cool. The healthcare system seems to be quite nicer than what we have in the United States. This probably would cost a couple $1,000s in the US. There I am. I had to buy a hat so I didn't look too goofy. With the hat, I look goofy. And the Grand Melia Hotel and Resorts, they sent me this letter. They said, "Dear Mr. Zyda, we are very sorry about that was happened this morning. These fruits for you to enjoy and well rest. We also extend room for you until September 26th and offer group rate for you, renminbi 800 net per night. We hope you will get well soon. Best regards. If you have any assistance, need any assistance, please contact us." And it lists the duty manager. And the person who helped me enormously was Robin Zhang, who is the chief concierge, and he's the one who took me to the hospital. And he's the one, I had my friend Zhu Jun take me back to the hospital to get the stitches removed. And when I checked out of this hotel, the chief concierge and the entire staff of the hotel were waiting in 2 parallel lines that I had to walk through, and they all greeted me, wishing me well and thanking me for coming. So this is quite different experience than you got, I think, most places in the United States. So now I go back. I'm at the Silk Road International Film Festival, and there's more presentations. This is a masterclass session, enabling tomorrow's talent, skills, and experience, and talking to people about what skills and experience you need to have to be able to work in the virtual reality space. Again, more of that masterclass session. And I collected 2 of these waiting for you in Xi'an posters with Jackie Chan. He's even signed them. They're all over the entire city. Like when you go out anywhere in this city, you see Jackie Chan posters. And he's going to be at the award ceremony. He's going to be the head of the award ceremony. So you kind of see this is where the award ceremony is going to be. And there is also this traditional Chinese actor and singer here, which is quite, again, one of those things. Anyway, a couple pictures more. No more of the video though. When I go to give another talk, I'm in this classroom. So they actually asked me to give two talks. So this is my second talk at the film festival. All right, the next day, we're going to have the award ceremony. And here I am with Da Ming and some girl he's got with him. It could be his daughter. And there is a very extravagant place that we have to go to for this award ceremony. We start out in the day. And this is what this looks like. And one of the things that you'll see as you walk around through this and you are a presenter or an invited person is there's this giant star that you have to sign as I was here. You know, you sign your name on it and they keep it for some reason. So you can see all the stars over there. There's this really tall soccer player here. I thought he was basketball, but he's got a soccer ball. And I don't know his name, but he was there. And this is what the party is for all the key people who are speakers or presenters or award winners at this film festival. Here's me. Yes, I thought I would have a picture of me because I have a lot of trips where I'm the one not taking all the pictures and I'm not in any of them. So I'm always kind of happy when someone will take pictures for me. And at night is when this event happens, and it's got this building all lit up and light show and huge sound system. And there's, I don't know, there's 5,000 to 6,000 people here. It's a very big event. Here, so this picture is taken off of CCTV. Evidently, I appeared on CCTV. I'm the person on the far right. You can hardly tell. And when this there were like 25 different groups of people who gave presentations at this event, and you had to walk through in order of the number. So I was in group 24. Jackie Chan is in group 25. So he walked out basically with me. He's not, and I ended up being in this picture. People who are lesser in terms of whoever put the list together came out earlier. All right. Next day in town at the same time as the Silk Road Film Festival is the Augmented World Expo. We went over to the Augmented World Expo for a little bit, and my friend Sujin once again tried out something that's very much like Google Glass and enjoyed that. And here's the AV people for that conference. One guy's asleep and the other guy's playing games on his phone. All right. The next thing I went to that same day was the Museum of Young Art. And this is a museum for all of the young artists in Xi'an. And they do art together and put it in this museum they have and they take care of. And it was very fun. This is Heibing Song. If you look at the wall behind me when I'm doing this recording of the video, you'll see one that's in Chinese, and that's a print from him. It's probably sitting in that bag that I'm taking home from this place. And all of these people are friends of my friend Sue Jun. She's the one who arranged this visit. And every single one of them gave me a piece of art that they had put together. I still have. It was just a wonderful experience. Here are these are the key artists. And here we are again, Heibing Song, Suji and me. We went out to lunch right after that. It's this giant lunch. And this is I close in a little bit. This guy's going to sing.
每一次想家的时候，想起了家，想起了兰州，想起路边桂花香，想起我的后姑娘，耶耶耶耶耶哟，耶耶耶耶耶哟，耶耶耶耶耶哟，想起我的后姑娘。
All right. Next day, I go to the giant wild goose pagoda, which you've seen in previous talks in Xi'an, where I've gone to visit. This is where they're renovating it. Uh, this is where the journey to the west started, with monks from China going to India to seek out sutras from Buddha. It's very beautiful. I ran up the stairs to the top of this with a former student of mine, Tianju. And it's got just beautifully engraved, made out of metal, put outside for the elements to take care of. And we're going to go in and see Buddha here. And this is cool. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. And unfortunately, a lot of things that are really historic are behind glass. And so you can't take a good picture. There's bad reflections usually. Outside, they always have stone Buddhas carved. And, you know, if they last 100, 200 years, they're going to be in good shape. Next day, I went to the Tang Dynasty West Market in Xi'an. Tang Dynasty, I believe, is from 600 AD to about 900 AD. And so there's this market, there's a museum, and all kinds of, you know, Silk Road. It's got camels on it because that's what they did back in the day when the Silk Road, it was the way you got goods to Europe and other parts of the world from China. And this area is very nice, but it's mostly redone. So yes, Tang Dynasty is 618 to 907 Common Era. And this is at the West Market, the Tang Dynasty West Market Museum. They've got the gong, you've got an interesting horse, and I don't remember what the story is. You've got some sculptures. All of these sculptures are not behind glass, which means they're reproductions. All right. And what is the Silk Road? Silk Road was an exciting and mysterious route leading to the dream for fortune for many merchants. The West Market was the place to help them get the dreams realized. This was the place for trading material goods as well as a conduit for the spreading of knowledge, ideas, and cultures. Both Western and Eastern civilizations were introduced, spread, and thrived in the places along with the travels of the caravan. The exotic clothing, food, music, dance, plants, and animals deeply impressed the fashion-pursuing people of the Tang Dynasty. At the same time, the customs of the Tang also fascinated the people from other countries. At that time, the West Market was swarmed with merchants and chariots from different parts of the country and abroad. Dances and music appeared at each of your turns and filled your ears. So you'll see in this museum has some instruments from that period. Again, some reproductions of people cooking and camels and people at the market at those days. And I don't quite know what this is, but I think it might be something for incense to burn in. Inside this museum is the chocolate museum, and everything in this museum is made of chocolate. So you can kind of see these pots are made of chocolate. It's chocolate. These weapons are made of chocolate. These coins and bullion are made in chocolate. And my favorite is here are the terracotta warriors made out of chocolate. And I think if you buy this, it probably is really expensive and you probably would never eat it, which means it doesn't have to be chocolate. It could be plastic. All right. Oh, piano made of white chocolate. And a sign that says, when coffee dreams, it dreams of chocolate. And this museum has a couple other historic sculptures that they have that are pretty weathered. So if you go outside the museum in the West Market District, you'll see some very cool things. You'll see this camel with some of the people on the Silk Road coming to town. And you'll see other things like this. I don't know what this is. Right. Here's the Tang Dynasty West Market Museum. Another piece. It's kind of cool. Also coming right after the Silk Road Film Festival is the third 3TH, the third Silk Road International Art Festival. But they listed it as 3F. It's kind of funny. Here is the Tang Dynasty West Market Museum, and this is a Chinese junk replica. And it looks like a traditional Chinese junk, and junks are ancient sailing vessels that have been used in China and other parts of Asia for centuries. They're characterized by their sturdy wooden construction, flat bottom hulls, and distinctive battened sails, which we don't see here. And this particular ship is a replica preserved model displayed in a public setting as part of a historical or cultural exhibit. This is actually a theme park. It's like a historical theme park. Junks were widely used for trade, exploration, and even naval purposes, especially during the Ming Dynasty and earlier periods. This is the ancient site of the Tang Dynasty, this part of Xi'an. And also coming up in a little bit further on in the year is the Xi'an Autumn Tourism Fair for Xi'an Muslim food season. So there's a big Muslim district in Xi'an, and as you can go get all kinds of very interesting Muslim food there and see all kinds of interesting characters as you go through. It's one of the places at night that is very busy in Xi'an and really fun. Oh, of course, you've got this cat. You see a lot of these in China as well as similar cats in Japan. And again, this is more outside around the West Market. This is the Tang Paradise, Tang Dynasty Furong Garden, and this is the entrance to the Tang Paradise Park. And what you'll see is very interesting sculptures carved into things that sit on top of very extravagant pieces of plants. It's very cool. My last thing I did in Xi'an for this trip was go to lunch at the Qingda restaurant in Xi'an. Thick noodles. It's like one of the best noodles places you can eat in Xi'an. And one of the problems is you're going to eat those thick noodles with chopsticks. And sometimes the single noodle is heavier than the chopsticks, and it's quite hard and exciting. Anyway. And this is the last slide, really. It says, the grass is smiling, please no touching. So don't make it unsmile, I guess. And I want to acknowledge Qingyun Ma once again, and Su Jun, and anyone who took me to these great places in China on this trip. And in fact, Robin Zhang, who was the chief concierge for the Grand Melia Hotel, who took me on the tour of the People's Hospital in Xi'an. Anyway, here's my email, here's my website, here is my WeChat. And I think what I'll do now is stop sharing the slides and say, we have more trips to China that I'm going to record. It's just taking me forever to get to it. And you have a great night and Happy New Year. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, 2024. Anyway, have a great time. Bye-bye.